Hi, you are engaging in the ELA Guidebooks unit, American Revolution. Throughout this unit, you will read about fictional characters and historical figures whose lives were impacted during the Revolutionary War. Today, we will build our background knowledge about George Washington and his role in the American Revolution. Be sure to have your handout and something to write with for the video. Most people know George Washington as the first president of the United States of America, but his involvement in the foundation of the country and its independence before becoming president is just as important as his presidency. In 1752, George Washington began his career in the Continental Army as the commander of the Virginia militia. He had no previous military experience, and he did not know much about battlefield strategy. The expertise he brought to the Continental Army came from his leadership skills. Washington had an ability to inspire and unify soldiers, no matter how hopeless the outlook was. Now you are ready to explain why George Washington was an asset to the foundation of the United States. Pause this video and answer the question at stop sign number 1 on your handout. Then press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review your answers. You should have included that before George Washington became president, he had a monumental role in leading the American colonies to their freedom during the American Revolution. George Washington had an amazing ability to entice passion, motivation, and unity in the Continental soldiers, even if it seemed like hope was lost. In 1777, George Washington led soldiers through a particularly difficult winter at Valley Forge. Following this success, he was invited to the First Continental Congress as a delegate. As he continued his leadership efforts, he was then invited back to the Second Continental Congress and was named Commander-in-Chief of the entire Continental Army. Under his leadership, and with the help of French allies, the colonies won their freedom from Britain in 1805 at the Battle of Yorktown. Now you are ready to describe George Washington's impact on the colonial fight for independence. Pause this video and answer the question by stop sign number 2 on your handout. Then press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review your answers. You could have written about George Washington's leadership skills in motivating and uniting the Continental soldiers, attending the First and Second Continental Congress, or his role as Commander-in-Chief. After helping secure independence from the British, George Washington planned to return to his life as a farmer. However, when he was summoned to aid in the creation and signing of the Declaration of Independence, public opinion convinced him to run and be elected as the first president of the United States. Now you are becoming an expert on George Washington before he became the first president, and the roles he played in the colonial victory over Britain during the American Revolution. This understanding will help us analyze the characters and people we read about in this unit. Be sure to turn in your completed handout to your teacher.